deep breath in. Breathe in love, peace, balance, and understanding. Bring it down through the very core of your being. Feel it filling and touching every cell. And exhale the same. So you surround yourself and your breath of love and peace and healing and understanding spreads out to every other being, to every blade of grass, to every leaf in the tree, to every person that drives by, to everything.
He might not come out. Jetty, come here, Jet. Come on. That a boy. I know, I love you a lot. You're eating your breakfast, he's eating his hay cubes. And Jet was hit in the head right here and left for dead, unfortunately, in a barn in Pennsylvania. He survives by eating the wood in the stall, and somebody found him, luckily.
My name is Louise Abbott-Ball. I am a psychotherapist working spiritually with horses, with consciousness, with energy, has really shown me the way to the healing path.
He's our king of PTSD. He's our barometer. He knows when people are suffering and likes to help them. Right, Jet?
You couldn't touch Jet. I mean, Laurel will tell you stories about having to hand feed him because he was so aggressive and so afraid because of what happened to him. But now he's like a star healer.
He's just a good old boy. You know, like I said, he had some issues, but he's gotten over all of his worries for the most part, and now is helping take care of humans, which is pretty darn cool. The fact that we were so horrible to him, and now he wants to help humans. Go figure, right? My name's Laurel. I grew up here on Eastern Long Island. My mother and father were entrepreneurs. They had a lot of businesses, and one of the businesses was a farm. We ended up moving to Minnesota. That's where I kind of got my first taste in what people call livestock, you know, and horses certainly aren't. We know that, but they're unfortunately treated that way. I always said to myself, if I ever have my own farm, I'm going to be open to the public, and we are.
So Laurel and I were finishing up one day. It was about 4 o'clock when we closed up, and this black Mercedes was trying to get in the gate, and we were saying, "Oh, damn it. We're not going to let another person in. We're exhausted." But this person was really adamant about getting access to the farm. It just so happened to be Dr. Lori Escolar, who is the Dean of Evaluations and Outcome for the School of Nursing at Stony Brook University. She was really interested in the work with horses as a healing mechanism, as a healing approach. Dr. Escolar presented the equine therapy as an option, and moreover, maybe a change in venue so that these folks could come out and have an open space and different air to breathe and animals.
Hey, look who came to say hi. Who's that little horsey? Doing all those practice exercises for mortar blasts. There was one that actually came by pretty close, like 50 meters, and I think some chunks of it like hit this T-wall that I was behind, and it was, I mean, that could have been my life, I guess. I mean, I didn't see it or hear it coming. It's crazy, yeah.
And when you have post-traumatic stress injury, you're fragmented. Your whole world is in little bits and pieces. This setting has a way of helping the narrative, what's happening, create a quilt and put all the life forces back in.
I did meet Jet. He kind of walked up to me, and I was like, I fist bumped him like, hey, on his nose. And then allegedly he got hit with a sledgehammer, left to die. They thought he was dead, but he stayed alive for like a week. And he was just out there slowly bleeding out or whatever. probably getting an infection on that head. And they found him, patched him up, and I guess he'd been reluctant to trust humans. He had trust issues. And me, I had these crazy panic attacks and anxiety issues.
So on this particular day, I had horses and the veterans out there, and Jet picked Ivan, and their assignment was to write about a situation that really upset them.
See, here's the thing. I'm not saying I don't believe it. I'm not saying I believe it, but I'll just say what happened. Right when I finished that letter, he just turned towards me and just put his head on my shoulder, and then he just went like, and that's a hell of a coincidence. So that she's like, see, he breathed for you. Like he's like unloading your stress for you. He's breathing for you. And I was like, wow, that's great. And then, and I don't know, the whole time he just stuck by me. He just stayed with me. Yeah, I mean, I was like terrified of this giant beast. I mean, he's so muscular. He used to be a barrel racer, and he could trample me in like probably less than a second. I was terrified, but he was just so like heartwarming towards me.
Most equine therapy programs do not use rescues because they're unpredictable and they have their own baggage. What we did a little bit different here is we ask the horses who want to work with a specific person, and we honor that. If they say no, we don't take them. We try to get a good fit, but we also trust in the fact that all things can heal.
I wasn't just relaxed and myself. I wasn't myself. And then I don't know, but with him, I was with him. He trusted me. Apparently he had trust issues, but he didn't have any with me. And when I was with him, I didn't think about all those things. And on the drive home, I didn't feel how I felt prior to coming to the horse farm. And that's what I know is I felt great. I felt like clarity, like everything's okay. And that's why I keep coming back here.
So hard to believe, you know. I don't know if you believe in ghosts or things like that, you know. It's hard to believe because you just don't have proof, you know what I mean, that things like that work. And the more I was around it, and like I said, the session that I did with Jet was life changing, you know, and made me a believer and made me think of these guys in a totally different way. You know, it's helping people, but it's also showing me, my God, what these horses, why we have horses here, why, you know, all of this, why they were brought to us in the first place.
Our rhythms are unique and different for each of us. And yet, we all do the same things. We all breathe, but my breath rhythm is different than yours, is different than yours, is different than yours. The rhythm of my speech, the rhythm of my movements, the rhythm of my walk, the rhythm of my heartbeat. So closing your eyes and feeling grounded to Mother Earth, feel, acknowledge, and respect the rhythms of all the others.
Just his presence has taught us all a lot about love, the high frequency of loving, because he chose that over his anger and aggression towards human. When he was given the opportunity, he came right back in that vibration again and came into his own presence of sentience.